What's up, guys? This is JambaStrategy with my friend Cops and we're doing a campfire story time. Okay, it's gonna be the first time that we've been injured, like the worst, and it should be a pretty good story. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to my friend to tell his story first.
Alright, so my worst, I think, pain would be when I was 6 or around 8, 7, and I was over at my mom's friend, which is now my dad's girlfriend. So I was at her daughter's birthday party, and so I was like playing with my balloon. I was like, yeah, balloony, let's go play on the moon bounce. So we go play on the moon bounce. I'm just like jumping up and down with it, la-di-da. And I laid on the ground and I did a front flip and I stopped midway between my front flip and I land my neck, like it went sideways when I landed on the balloon and my neck got stuck like that. So went over to my mom and I was like, Mom, we gotta go to the hospital because I don't, my neck won't move. And she's like drunk and shit over there sitting, having a good time. There's like a bubble machine right next to her. She's over there popping bubbles and shit, having a good time. And so I'm like patting her on the shoulder. I'm like, Mom, we have to go to the hospital because my neck, it won't move. Until she finally gets up and we go to the hospital and the lady, she won't put us in the room because she's like, I gotta make sure that he can actually fix his neck before we actually go into the room. So she tells me to like try to move my neck upwards. I tell her I can't, and then I think we were in the waiting room, and that's really all I could remember. Just that pain in my neck when I was just sitting there in the waiting room, and I think I blacked out, and that's all I remember. So yeah. That's my story.
Dang, sounds painful. When you said like popping bubbles, I thought you said like popping bottles. I was like, is your mom an alcoholic?
Like doing shots.
Popping bottles.
Yeah.
But alright, let me get on to mine. The worst I've ever been was when I broke my collarbone. And whoever broke the collarbone knows it fucking hurts really bad. You can't go to sleep on it. You can't do like barely anything. So basically I was over at my friend's house, having like a good time, whatever. And then and we had like a little 50 track and that we would just like put around with, and it was like pretty fun. So I was like, okay, that's cool, And then he made this big ass jump. He started doing them. I was like, oh shit. And then he was like, hey dude, you try it. I was like, nah, dude, I can't do that. He was like, nah, dude, you can do it. It's no problem. I was like, all right. And if you know me, I'm not the smallest or like fit dude. Like, I'm not like over like fatty McFat, So it's just like and on a 50, I'm like way too big. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll try it. So I go through 2 laps, kind of get scared, and then 3rd lap, I eventually say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. YOLO moment. And then I hit it on the jump, and I over cleared it, and my front of my body started like tilting forward, and I landed on there, and I blacked out for like a minute, and then I was just laying there. I was like, in so much pain. I was like, oh, I broke something. I know I did. My friend was like, oh, no, you didn't, dude. You're fine. You don't need to go to hospital. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm fine. YOLO. And, like, it hurt, like, 2 days later because I thought I was sore, so I didn't go to the doctor until, like, 3 days later. And, like, I'm like, Dad, this is really starting to hurt me still. And he was like, okay, I'll take you to the doctor. So we go to the doctor. They check me in, and basically, like, I had the waiting room that I went in, the thing, and he was like, oh, son, you have a broken collarbone. I was like, really? It's like, I don't even know where that is, but now I do, so. And then, like, the bones were, like, split in half, like, not even touching. So I was like hating life. And, like, they got me, like, a sling, some painkillers. I was, like, drugged up for, like, a couple weeks. YOLO again. But it was, like, it was just bad. Like it's just one thing that you did not want to do, like happen to you at all. Like I thought I was kind of excited at first because I was like, oh, it's the first bone I ever broke. But now I'm like looking back on it, I'm like, why? Like it just hurts so bad. Like the bone's completely split in half, and now there's like a big bump, like where my collarbone is, like sticking out, and it's like the bones are like split in half. Like I'll post a picture of the X-ray on this video, but yeah, guys, that was basically Campfire Storytime Part 2. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share for a lot more. And yeah, see you guys. Peace.
Deuces.